This morning I'm joined by Stephen Hogg from D&B Audiotechnik, who's going to be joining our panel discussion on the next step for esports entertainment, an immersive experience, which will take place during our Esports Venue Summit Virtual Week on Tuesday, October the 27th from 2 p.m. UK time. So it's good to have you with us this morning, Stephen. Straight into the questions then, and I wanted to ask you, what do artistic and technical designers need to consider when creating future games for live consumption?
So we at D&B are involved in many live productions worldwide as a sound system manufacturer. We are represented internationally in many stadia and arenas. The successful components for a live production are the same in the traditional live environment as I think they are in esports. That's a collaboration, of course, between the artists, the creative visionaries, and of course the available technologies. Maybe we could mix that with an appetite for risk for embracing new developments as well, just to really push those envelopes as well. At D&B, with esports in mind, our current topic is to identify the themes within a game that we can transfer to the live environment, in addition to the more traditional, shall we say, commentators or shoutcasters, and the game sound. The game sound components obviously need to be anchored back to video screens. So what pushes our interest at the moment is how that can be further developed as we move forward in the live esports environment. To develop that further, I think an appreciation, understanding for the future production possibilities at designer level within the games, obviously. And if they can then use that experience, apply that knowledge into the game design itself, and I don't think that's just about audio, I think that transfers across the technical disciplines of lighting and video, for instance. I think that can only further enhance the experience in the future.
With the current pandemic, we're seeing a lot of events going on live. Will the fusion of virtual concerts as part of the in-game experience transfer to the live environment, especially post-COVID, where streamed gigs have become the norm now?
Yes, I think following on from the answer to the last question, really, with new developments that push the envelope, whether that's culturally, creatively, led by fashion, maybe, facilitated, for example, by an untapped opportunity. And I think we've seen that historically, for example, in the increased quality of sound. CDs prompted the audiences to demand more high-quality sound in the live environment, for instance. And I think those types of opportunities soon lead to those increased expectations from the event customer and the artist alike, to be fair. From an audience perspective, I think live entertainment during the breaks in play of traditional sports has long been with us. We don't have to look far beyond the halftime at Super Bowl, for instance, opening ceremonies of major events, to see how sound is used to further enhance the experience, of course, on a match day or a game day. If we look further now into more the digital world, maybe we can go back a year or two, and we can see that Insomnia partnered with Island Records, for example, at I-60, where I think there was at least 5 artists that were due to play as part of the evening entertainment and themes over those gaming days. Conversely, we've also seen a steady increase in esports arenas as a specific entertainment attraction at worldwide music festivals now, which is it shows that fusion is existing on multiple levels, I think, and if we look a little further and maybe a little bit back too, we've recently seen series of concerts by Marshmello within the Fortnite games, subsequently followed up by Scott Travis, which I'm sure they're looking at both the monetizing opportunities there, the marketing opportunities, but also they're reaching multi-millions of fans within 10 minutes. I mean, clearly that fusion will continue. So. It's not, I don't think, a great stretch of our imagination to take some of the AR and VR technology that was used, for example, lately with Scott Travis, fuse that with traditional technologies, and I think the audience will be demanding to see that in the live environment as well.
Very interesting. Thanks, Stephen. And you talk about the live environment, and in esports, we often talk about an immersive experience for the viewer, for the player. What does an immersive experience really mean, and how does audio play a key role in achieving this?
It's good. It's a topic at D&B Audio Technic that we discuss quite regularly, because the word has become kind of unilaterally bandied around, I think, as part of the experience. Difficult, I think, to really hone down onto what it means. I think that can be subjective, clearly, but I think it's all enveloping. For us, it's a surround sound, for example, maybe best depicted by the use of headphones. When we listen to something on headphones, we immerse ourselves in sound to the exclusion of exterior stimulants, if you like, in that sense. So how do we get away from headphones? Headphones are integral to our current theme of esports, of course. Game sound design is primarily for an individual experience. We listen on headphones. Headphones gives us automatically the ability to immerse ourselves in sound to the exclusion of exterior stimulant. Not only that, I think the sound within a game, it's not only exciting, but it's also a matter of life and death potentially. Where are our predators coming from? So hence it does need to come from all around us, in addition to what is our limited, shall we say, horizontal vision, shall we say. I think we can see there that immersive experience is going to be difficult to take into a live environment. If we think about a large arena, for example, it's not automatically going to transfer. However, we do have technologies now that exist, especially in the audio world, where we can recreate, for example, a concert hall in a field. The sound that you hear in a concert hall, often a longer echo, we can recreate in a very dry environment like a field, for example. I think, in the States, we've seen the advent, and possibly further afield now, of the 360-degree halo video screens. I mean, they tend to be one-way information-driven devices, but if we put those on the outside of the spectator, we create an immersive experience, I think, then for our site as well. So that increases the audio-visual experience quite naturally, and I think we can see that the envelopment, if you like, of the audience it's a primary driving goal in the design for future venue developers, and I think we can see that without looking too far afield.
Brilliant. Well, thank you, Stephen. Is there anything else you'd like to add? Just as
one last thought, John. Yeah. Something that's been kind of bubbling away a little bit with us here at D&B, as I said, is the recent trend we've seen where artists in lockdown are obviously streaming concerts to the best of their abilities, but they're also embracing these new technologies in audio, including binaural recordings. Where they record with a dummy head, microphones picking up everything in the sound field. And creating sound mixes primarily for the headphone experience. Not dissimilar, of course, to what the game sound designers are also doing and achieving well. This means that those recordings are absolutely suitable for playback in the in-game streams, because they are designed for headphone listening. Again, I think that supports further the viewpoint or the vision that kind of surround immersive experience, if you like, whether from the game sound, but also maybe from the fusion across to a live performer within the game live, will be driving the infrastructure requirements of the future.